Watch the quiet, non-stop narrator running the show inside your head the next time you walk through a crowded room. We constantly cast silent judgments on the people around us, on their clothes, on their posture, on their choices, specifically to reassure ourselves of who we are by establishing who we are not. This identity is remarkably fragile. You can feel it in the sharp emotional sting that follows when a friend or a partner fails to validate your preferred version of yourself. When they miss the cue to see you as the smart one or the capable one, it registers as a physical wound. Keeping this self-image upright requires a massive daily expenditure of mental energy. You are curating a library of past memories and presenting them as a cohesive story, constantly checking to ensure your current actions align with a script you wrote years ago. We usually accept this heavy maintenance as the basic cost of being alive. However, the friction we feel daily is actually the weight of dragging a rigid fictional storyline into a reality that is always changing. Much of our modern burnout has nothing to do with our schedules. We are simply exhausted from mistaking a constructed narrative for our true identity. This narrative was assembled piece by piece in early childhood. It was built from the way your parents mirrored your behavior, the specific actions that earned you praise, and the survival requirements of your society. Eventually, those external rules moved inside. You developed an internalized parent, the superego, a psychological monitoring system that ensures you continue to fit the mold of an acceptable socialized person. This structure serves a vital evolutionary purpose. It is a social operating system designed to help a complex human navigate hierarchies, cooperate with others, and maintain a sense of belonging within the tribe. The trap snaps shut because our neocortex is a master of self-reflection. It creates a memory-based record of our social successes that is so vivid, so sophisticated, that we end up believing the image. We look at the reflection in the water and forget we are the ones standing on the bank. By identifying entirely with this reflection, we effectively lock our conscious awareness inside the software. We spend our lives trying to fix and protect a character in a story, rather than living as the person holding the book. Real suffering begins the moment we hand the controls over to the operating system and forget that the personality is just a tool, not the user. This creates a fundamental disconnect. Your self-image is built from the past, static and fixed, but your living self is dynamic, a constant, ever-changing flow of experience. Because these two move at different speeds, you live in a state of lag. You are perpetually slightly out of sync with the reality happening right in front of you. Clinging to an old self-image forces your living spirit to drag an outdated psychological structure through every new moment. You can't respond to the present because you're too busy checking if your response fits your history. Stepping out of this lag allows essential human qualities to surface. When you stop filtering your life through the ego's fear of being off script, things like spontaneous strength and courage arise naturally from the heart. Nelson Mandela's resilience through decades of imprisonment provides a window into this kind of essential courage. His strength didn't rely on an egoic defense or a projected image. It was the byproduct of a spirit that remained free and present, even while confined. Stepping out of the lag is how you reclaim your vitality. You stop defending a memory and gain the energy to inhabit the present. Realizing your true identity involves a subtle shift in perspective. You don't need to destroy the personality or fight the ego. You simply step back from the reflection and recognize it as an image. When you no longer take the reflection to be you, the personality becomes a flexible interface. You can adapt to social situations and fulfill your roles effortlessly because you know they are functions, not your totality. The tension required to hold a self-image together begins to evaporate. You are no longer required to defend a character or protect a reputation because there is no longer a fictional me at the center of the storm. This ends the drive to scan every room for approval. When you are no longer maintaining an image for the world to see, the endless cycle of seeking validation loses its fuel. As the heavy machinery of the storyline powers down, the effort of being someone finally stops. You rest in the true self, experiencing the quiet, natural state of simply coming home.